Northwest Model Shipwrights stand at the Blackpool Model Show in October, I took some time to view the large and very busy Bring and Buy stall, at which I came across a model of HMS Amethyst. According to the label that was on it, it depicted her as she was during the Yangtze incident in 1949. But whilst the model was looking very dusty and a bit run down, I took a bit of a fancy to it, as it was the sort of thing that I had visited the stall to find. My intention had been to look for a radio-controlled warship of about 1 metre in length that I could adapt basically to what I wanted because of the severe problems I've got with my fingers, which the doctors are still trying to find out why. The idea of making a model is totally out of it at the moment. So I thought I'd buy one that needed a bit of attention. And I was looking for one that would fit in the boot of the car to go along with my Dragon Force 65 model yacht. And this one fitted the bill, being a scale of 196, giving it a length of 958 millimetre and a beam of 114 millimetres. And that gives it an overall weight of about 3 to 3.5 kilograms. Having purchased the model, I did a quick bit of research online and found, during a quiet period at the show, and found that it was based on a kit manufactured and sold by Dean's Marine. This company had a stand at the Blackpool show, so I paid them a visit and ordered a copy of the full-size plan that would have come with the kit. When it arrived in the post, they had also included a photocopy of the original build manual and also a CD with other people's build diaries on that had already built it, which they didn't have to, so I was quite pleased with that. The inconsistencies and which bits were missing became clearer when the two removable deck houses were off the model. This allowed a much clearer view of the main deck, and a fair number of ventilators had broken off and other small items had gone adrift. Also, the pennant number on both sides of the hull were missing. The state of the radio and the motor wiring looked more like a bird's nest than anything, and being a retired marine electrical engineer, this situation was unacceptable to me. Also, the rudder servo, when tested, was found to be fixed with a blob of silicon bath sealer, which let the servo rotate farther than the rudder that it was operating. I therefore decided to do some in-depth research into the deck layouts of the original vessel. My main source of details has been this book published by Pen and Sword. It is an amazing collection of the original builder's plans for the entire Black Swan class of sloop. As can hopefully be seen, the plans are drawn in different colours, with each colour representing the modifications at each successive refit. These allow you to see the evolution of the ship from its as-built through to it being scrapped. The book also gives detailed coverage of several named ships, and happily one of these is HMS Amethyst. HMS Amethyst was built in 1943 as a modified Black Swan class sloop with a pennant number of U-16. The entire class was designed as anti-cut submarine convoy escorts, a role they carried out for most of their careers. As she is seen here, is in a wartime paint scheme, with the picture being captioned as being taken in 1944. And then following a large refit after World War II, she was reclassified as a frigate and given a new pennant number of F116. The modified Black Swan statistics are length overall of 299 feet 6 inches, with a beam of 38 feet 6 inches, a mean draft of 11 foot 2 inches, and a displacement of around 1,490 tons. They were powered by two Parsons geared turbines delivering 4,300 shaft horsepower, giving them a top speed of 19.75 knots. They carried a complement of 192. The first picture here shows the removed rudder servo along with the items not included with the original purchase. These are the main battery, the 2.4 gigahertz receiver, and the transmitter, which I already had. The center picture shows the rudder servo along with the hardwood cradle I made to allow the servo to be removed if necessary. And the cradle will be fixed into the model by a hard-setting waterproof adhesive. The one I use is Deluxe Materials Fusion. This is a two-part product and will bond most materials to GRP. The other thing that I need to change are the propellers. The kit is supplied with these plastic ones, but I prefer and usually install brass on all my models. I will also see how the prop shafts perform on my home pond, which is salt water, as they do not have any oil points on them. However, liberal applications of Solution X is my usually cure for this sort of problem. Now, that's the beginning of the talk. I'm going to leave it there because that's the end of the first part. Part 2 will follow it in April and will cover what's been done to the inside of the hull and the new wiring for the radio control. Part 3 in July will cover the first modifications to the upper decks and the new parts that are currently missing. And the final part in October will show it on the water and how it performs.